We've got the guest in studio, Tosh Gitonga. What's good?
Hey, mambo.
Fiti sana. Habari asubuhi?
Poa sana.
Umerauka poa?
Yes.
Eish. We are proud of you. You made it.
Mjama amepanda nduthi.
All right. First, I want to start things off. Tosh,
Yes.
do you like reggae music?
Reggae?
Yeah.
Who doesn't like reggae?
Okay, that's a good answer. What is your favorite reggae song?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Migani.
Redemption song.
For real? Why do you like Redemption song?
I don't know. Maybe because it speaks to me. Every time I hear it, I calm down.
Roho yako tu ina feel vizuri tu after
You
kuisikiza.
mellow, yeah.
Okay.
All right. By the way, speaking of Redemption song, you know that there's a Bob is Born competition going on.
If you know you can sing ngoma za Bob Marley vizuri sana hadi wasi wanatano wanashtuka ako haya kwani Bob Marley ameamka ako hii Kenya yetu. Post your video using the hashtag #ABobIsBorn on Facebook, on Twitter, ama on Instagram, at TikTok. Post your video of you singing your favorite song using the hashtag #ABobIsBorn, your favorite Bob Marley song, and you'll stand a chance to be announced as the next Bob. The competition is ending on 6th of February and to announce kwa pate kubwa huko Bahama Breeze. But if you know you can stand a chance and be the next Bob, post video yako hapo #ABobIsBorn on all social media platforms.
I love it. When we come back, we've got Tosh. We're going to be asking questions. I know you said it's Redemption song, but we need you to have some energy. So
catch the vibes on air and online.
now it's 14 minutes past 9 a.m. How are you? Yes. If you've ever wanted to be a movie director, unaanzia wapi? Najua kuna zile movies mnashoot kwa nyumba. Not those ones. Brian, unanisikia?
Kwa box, mufanyanga tu
We have
video za
X'd
Instagram.
those videos.
Mimi zangu za Instagram za, oh my God guys, this is my outfit of the day.
No. No, that's not what we're talking about. Tosh, good morning.
Morning.
So welcome to On My Grind, and we want to know a bit about your life as a venye ulianzia mpaka ukakuwa movie director. So what did you study in school?
Marketing. And the reason why I started marketing is because I had a neighbor who used to work for EABL and he was doing marketing.
Yeah.
And we used to live in Nanyuki at that time.
Yeah.
So I found his life was... I've always been that kid who couldn't sit still.
Yeah.
So I thought his life was cool because his job entailed him going to Nyeri, going to Meru.
Yeah.
So it was not behind a desk. So I decided, basi, marketing it is.
Yeah. You wanted to move around. I like that. But then you moved from marketing and now you're in film. We're going to talk about that. What did your parents want you to do?
I think my mom was pretty open. I mean, she worked in the hotel industry. My sister did art. And there was always that creative vibe about us. So I think she was really open to what I wanted to do. We always had discussions. It wasn't about, this is what you must do. No.
So you were free to try.
Sorry?
You're free to try whatever you wanted.
Well, as long as it was in the mainstream industry. It's not that we didn't have an issue about film.
Yeah.
We had an issue about film because where was it going?
Yeah.
What was the industry?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, she was open for me to do anything I wanted, but as long as there was, it was a career that would, I would earn a living out of.
Yeah. Because, that's parents' worry. You want to study something, you want to go out there, do your thing, but then it's like, how will you feed yourself? I'm not going to keep feeding you.
How about dad? What was he involved in?
My dad was a fighter pilot from Vybez. Okay. And so he parted with my mom way back. So really, my mom was more in control of what was happening with me.
Okay.
And so our discussions with him about what I was doing were not really...
They were not deep.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, because now you're in film, I'm so curious to find out what's that movie that you watched that you knew, okay, nitafanya kazi ndani ya TV sasa.
I can't say that a particular film made me decide that I wanted to be in film. I mean, I grew up watching kung fu films like everybody else.
Yeah.
And we'd watch them, and then we would go and reenact what we saw, injuring each other and so forth. But when I did marketing, I needed an internship. And at that time, I had an auntie who was a producer in Hollywood. And she just come back.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's like, I had an auntie from Hollywood.
Anasema nikaa ule boys wangu wa mtura pale.
But unajua Hollywood inaweza kuwa place karibu na Cali. Hapo chini ya Jerusalem.
Ama ni Bellevue.
Inaweza kuwa.
So anyway, I mean, she was responsible for bringing a lot of films here. And she wanted to come back home and see what she could do for the film industry.
Yeah.
And at that point is when I needed some internship. So my mom was like, go and work with her because she'll instill you some international discipline.
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember we were sitting in her office at home, and then she just said, you know what, there's no Kenyan films.
Yeah.
We need to make one. And from that statement, a film was made. It's called Dangerous Affair. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yes. And that whole, so I was involved from the statement being made to a film that we were distributing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that experience was, I think I was around 20, 21 years old.
Yeah.
We used to work the whole day, then party daily.
Yeah.
Like
No
get
resting.
home 3, 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. boom.
Yeah. I'm on set.
Yeah. And I think those days really instilled some, discipline.
Yeah.
Because I've never been like, when you go out, then tomorrow you just, I'm hanging.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
No. She used to be like, get up.
Yeah.
Whatever you did last night, that's yours.
That's none of my business.
Yeah.
All right, 20 minutes past 9 a.m. We are live with Tosh Gitonga. Now, I hope you have your pens and papers out because I've had the first tip. You need discipline.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
We're talking to Tosh Gitonga, learning how you can be a movie director. Now, let me ask you, Tosh. Moving from, what's the name of the movie again? The first one.
Mine?
Yes, the
Nairobi
one.
Half-Life.
No, the one you did.
Yeah, Nairobi Half-Life.
The one when you were interning and like the first one.
Oh, Dangerous
Affairs. By the way, you should watch that movie. Very amazing cast, amazing storyline. I remember when he chomoka, but even he played on TV.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Maze. Hey,
big.
it was
a big
good
deal.
to
Which
see.
year was it released?
2002, I think.
What? Okay. That's way back.
Yeah.
Okay, phone line is ringing. We're going to pick calls in a bit. I can't pick calls right now. We'll pick calls in about 5 minutes. I have a couple of questions. From Dangerous Affairs, of course, there's a lot of lessons you learned there. At that point, you were thinking of, getting into, work. So you were interning. But then there's something you learned on that set that made you decide, I'm going to do this movie thing. What is it that you learned?
I think it was the fact that I looked forward to going to work. That was the major thing, that every day was different.
Yeah.
Every day we were coming to shoot a different scene. Every day we were coming to do something new.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I realized about me, that even looking back why I'd chosen marketing, because I didn't want to be in one place.
Yeah.
And I think then at that point I was like, okay, this is the kind of work I want to do. It was still not about I want to make films.
Yeah.
This is the kind of work I want to do. And because from there then I got on to international productions coming here with Germans, with Americans, and so on, so and forth as a PA. And that's where the real learning started.
How did you get, because you were just interning, you finished the movie, you had studied marketing. How did you get now to on the circuit? Because there's a lot of directors who are sitting there and they're like, I'd also like to work with Germans and Americans. And how did you get in the circuit?
I mean, every lifetime, every time there's a situation, the situation is different. So at that time for us, we were getting a lot of service jobs from out, foreigners coming to make films here.
Yeah.
So that was the film opportunity then.
Yeah.
For a filmmaker now, it's different because that the world has opened up so much. We're talking Netflix, we're talking Amazon.
Yeah.
It's no more about what you're doing in your home space. So the space now for a filmmaker is about making your own films.
Yeah.
It's not about, there's no opportunity really for you to be on a service job.
Yeah.
It's you making your own film.
While you were doing, say, for example, Nairobi Half-Life, because that's one of those films that really, like put Kenya on the map, and even Kenyans to know that, okay, what? We can do this quality or this caliber of movies. What had you envisioned for Nairobi Half-Life?
All I ever thought about when I was making that film was about authenticity. Telling our story as it is from our own perspective. Because that's the truth. Everybody, even as a filmmaker, it's not just about the craft. It's about who you are, the experiences you've gone through since you were born. There's a way I understand Kenyans that an outsider will never be able to. The nuances, how we'd react to something, what are our values. So I really wanted that world to come alive. And I remember saying, we are not going to establish Nairobi from that viewpoint on Uhuru Park.
I was like, that every single foreigner has taken a photo there.
No, we're not shooting from there. We're not.
Yeah.
So finding another vantage point was one of the biggest deals. It's one of the things I was like, this has to happen.
Yeah. And there were amazing shots. There's cinematography in that movie. The toilet scene.
I actually watched it yesterday.
Oh,
and
nice.
I realized that so many celebs were in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, currently, way back, we watched 2012. Umjama, the kawaida faces that you used to. But now come to think of it, there's so many guys who've grown out of that movie.
Yeah.
How do you feel? You're literally the person who, for some people, you're the one who's actually lifted them to a platform.
Put them on.
When do umewafanya wakwe celeb? How does it feel being that person who gave people an opportunity?
Yeah. I think for me, the biggest thing is that, and I don't think we're still not there, even by, by a long shot. But for me, the biggest thing is making people believe, or filmmakers from Kenya believe, that we can do it. There's things that we see from abroad and we're like, yeah, those guys,
Yeah.
And that was always the thing for me. Even till now, I still want to roll a car on Kenyatta Avenue.
Yeah.
We've got amazing talent here.
Yeah.
I've seen kids do amazing animation with computers that take 2 weeks to render, and they just need it's just that they have no industry. So for me, my passion right now is how can we make this a sustainable industry in its own self? Because
and I just want to ask, just cut you short, when it comes to your successes, like for example with Nairobi Half-Life, of course there must have been some level of support from local governments, from from the government to ensure that the success of this movie. Was there any contribution, or was it just uko solo?
Yeah, no, definitely, and that's a very important thing. Nairobi Half-Life was made out of a program called One Fine Day Films.
Yes.
That was started by a renowned director called Tom Tikwa from Germany. And in conjunction with Ginger Inc. Films, I think you may know Ginger, they started this program where they'll have a masterclass. Because when he came here, he realized they did Soul Boy with Hawa. I don't know if you know Hawa.
Yeah.
And he realized, wow, these guys actually know about filmmaking. What they lack is an international approach to making films. And how can we help to endorse that? So they started doing a 2-week masterclass, and you must have some sort of experience. And then from there they will make a film that all of you would be involved. And that's how Nairobi Half-Life came to be. So from the workshop we applied, and we were like, I think we were about 800 directors from all over Africa, and they're only going to pick 10. And then from the 10, one of them was going to direct. So every year it was like that.
And I'm talking about government, because when you look at South Africa right now, every single international film that's looking to have space in Africa is opting to go to South Africa. And you're shooting, like when looking at Nairobi Half-Life, that's international quality, so we need more. You're talking about rolling a car on Kenyatta Avenue. Is the government helping filmmakers?
Now I think the problem is really about attitude and what we know. For example, we are a brick and mortar country.
Yeah.
That's what we believe in, tangible.
Yes.
You know, IP or intellectual property is not. People don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, like when even you'll find a government official not understanding why you have to shoot for a whole day. Ni kama kuchukua picha.
Yeah.
So that's where we are at. You know, and it's about having conversations, and it'll be step by step.
Yeah.
Because even when you look at Nairobi Half-Life, we got a lot of support from the government. I had guns.
Yeah.
I had guns down at River
Road.
Kirinyaga Road.
Yeah.
That is a dangerous place to have guns.
Yeah.
So I had even the deputy from the Department of Armory come in there with these officers to make sure, you know. So it's not that they're unwilling. It's conversations that we have to keep having.
Yeah.
And until intellectual property starts to get the value that it deserves, then, you know, because if you look at it, the 1986 movie Out of Africa is one of the biggest reasons why our tourism is so high, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
You know, film is important.
Yeah.
So step by step, you know, we have Ezekiel Mutua, who's trying to work with us as much as there's always noise.
Yes.
But looking under the layers, you know, as also filmmakers, we are creative, but we need to start thinking business. I think that's one of our biggest shortcomings. We don't think business, you know.
I'm going to ask you to hold that thought. 25 minutes to 10 a.m. We're speaking to Tosh Gitonga, who's the director. Now, it's interesting you mentioned that you need to work with government, because you remember on Monday we had the guy for Dada, and he's got a new product in the market, and it's basically helping ladies pee while they stand. And he said that it hasn't been classified because it's new in the market, and he has to sit down with KEBS and actually now work to classify it. That's the same challenge I'm hearing in the film industry.
The #1 reggae radio station, on air, online, everywhere, worldwide.
Fantan Moja with Rasta Got Soul playing right here on Morning Vibes with Kwamboks and Bunde. And also Rasta Got winning on Ridimos. We're going to talk about that.
I see you.
How you feeling?
I'm so happy.
I can see, dude.
Okay.
I never even knew you had premolars.
Incisors.
Well, clearly you can win Ridimos, but KCP
hata siwezi kwa karau ni sawa tu.
I don't think so.
Za meno hapana.
It's 19 minutes to the top of the hour. We got Tosh Gitonga, of course, on my grind. We're learning about the film business. If you want to be part of it, then you better listen close. I might pick one call, but after I ask you this question. When it comes to if you look at Kenyan TV, from the moment we opened the first kituo, VOK, it has been infiltrated with international content. Even when the government said, okay, let's reduce it and, make Kenyan content also tops, you're still finding, like right now, if you go onto local TVs, there's probably either Indians or Nigerians. It's either an Indian soap opera or a Nigerian soap opera that will, fill in the spots. But from, I think, 4 p.m. all the way till midnight, it used to be Friends, wrestling, this, that. And that almost affected a generation growing up knowing that if you ask a Kenyan, how old is The Rock? They can take you through The Rock's, film history, but they won't be able to tell you about Mama Kayai. They won't be able to tell you about Lupita before she went to, Oscars, where she started at. And that is sort of, we've been failed because it's almost like our literature wasn't there to teach us of our own cultures. Now here you are, Tosh. How can we infiltrate these TVs and in the film industry completely? What's being done to fix this?
I think before it was a problem because either you got on TV, on national TV, or you had nowhere to portray your talent.
Yeah.
Now that has opened up. You can make a film, put it on YouTube if you want, and you get an audience. So the times are different, and that's important. We need now to understand that the new generation is completely exposed. I remember I was once at an interview and I was asked, don't I think that my elitist way of making film? And I said, hold up, what?
Wait, there's classes of film.
I was surprised because, so I asked, does it mean because I want good sound, I'm elitist?
Yeah.
Because I want a good picture, I'm elitist? And that was a problem right there. So are we saying because we're Kenyan or African, then we should be mediocre?
Yeah.
You know, that's the attitude that needs to first go, you know? And we understand that a human mind, no matter the background, because I think this is where the contention is, that we think poor people are stupid. No matter the background, a human mind will look at content and will take it in just like any other person.
Yeah.
So we need to go back to the start. What are you developing?
Yeah.
So it's not just coming up with an idea and then let's go shoot tomorrow. Because of course there is no way, you know, it's just like wine. Everything gets better with time. So we need to start approaching content with that seriousness, you know? So it's not about talent. No, I'm not talented. I'm not a talented actor or a talented musician.
Yeah.
That's all. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't work. Look at anybody who's successful. Look at anybody who's talking about their success. What we never see is the hard work.
Yeah.
You know, and I think now if we started approaching film with seriousness, like everybody else approaches their fields, then we will start creating a better platform. Then if you talk about Nigerians, the Nigerians started from a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, it was made for them to watch their own stuff. And they're very proud people.
Yeah.
And they will take theirs first before anything else. And that has grown them to who they have become. And they're taking over the world. We need to embrace the same.
Yeah.
We need to start taking seriously what we're doing and focus on making better content so that people will watch. I keep hearing, Kenyans don't support. I don't believe in that.
I don't believe it as
You know, because these guys are exposed to good. So there's no way someone will spend 1 hour watching something that's just mediocre,
yeah.
you know, and then blame him or her for not supporting your content. So you start. Do the best you can. Put your best foot forward. Research. You've got all this material online now. It's not like our time.
Yeah.
Even script writing. Like now people send me scripts. I'm not going to read anything written in Word. Because with a couple of, you go to a cyber, you just how to write a script.
Yeah.
You have thousands of ways how to write scripts. You have free softwares for writing scripts. So what am I doing reading a Word document? So let's first exert ourselves before we start saying, government or Kenyans are not supporting. Start with yourself. And people will always notice a good effort. You know, you may not be at a place where you know and how to make a good film. Yeah. But we will always spot there was effort there. Yeah. You know, so that I think that's the first thing we need to start doing.
I love it. I feel like we could keep going on and on, but we're probably going to invite you as a friend of Vybez to have a larger conversation on. Because right now I think some of the pressure for filmmakers is it's got to be African, it's got to tell the African story. It can't just be just a story, you know. It can't just be Afro bubblegum as Modoni Drama Queen says. Thank you so much for coming through.
Catch the vibes on air and online.